So it's me. I'm back. I know it has been a very long time since I made a video. Last time I did any videos, besides the pieces that I've been posting, that was, I believe, my freshman year. It was my freshman year of college, being a music education major. So y'all probably wondering, what has this dude been up to? So I'm gonna tell you the whole entire thing. All right. So during that time, I was a music education major, and I continued and finished all of my classes regarding music theory, oral skills, piano, music history, right? And I think I also said that my minor was in Spanish. All right, I finished my minor in Spanish. Que bueno. Okay, dale. And so, and then I picked up like other few things. Of course, I took one class that was in French, and then I learned some. Gained a friend, of course, who helped me learn Russian. Then I got an interest in what else? I also got an interest in like learning Latin as well. And so it's a part of me. I love it. Not trying to flex. I love languages. But anyway, finished with my minor in Spanish. And so graduated, y'all. Graduated spring of 2021. Crossed into Psi, KK Psi 19 2 times. And so you probably wondering like, what did you finish? So yes, I graduated, finished in spring of 2021. And I crossed into Psi, Kappa Psi in fall 2020. And y'all, there was so much that was going on that I ran into that I was not prepared for. And of course, we all know what has happened, what has transpired within the past several years. And COVID really came and threw a wrench in my plans. And I did not graduate with a degree in music education. I did not, unfortunately. However, I graduated with a degree in music, all right? Basically a music education degree without the certification, all right? Yeah, I know. However, I blame COVID because at the time when I was trying to do it, COVID was rampant. I had finished all of my class. I finished all of my theories, everything. Okay, the only thing I needed to take was my tests, and what I think I also needed to take. It was my test, and then I think I had two or three more classes I needed to take, and then one of those classes, of course, was student teaching. Well, at the time, I got things thrown at me that I had no control of. I tried my best to get in contact with whoever, follow what needed to be followed, and apparently that was not, and I became the number. I became a number that was not able to go through that process, and instead I had to do something else. And at that time, I didn't know what to do because I had an aunt that passed away. I was very close with. And so I got to think like, okay, this is COVID. A lot of people are not going to school. Teachers are not teaching because of this. Teachers are losing their job. And so I'm thinking to myself, like, what in the world am I going to do? Like, I'm the first generation to not only attend, but to finish, right? And I had all kinds of stuff coming at me all at once. And I just, it was tough. And finally it was like, okay, well, at least I finished with something. I finished my minor. That was done. I finished that, and I accomplished as far as everything that I wanted linguistically. Like I was fortunate, it was done. However, as far as for music, without the certification, it just sucks. However, things have changed a little bit. So y'all probably wondering like, oh, well, since he didn't finish with the certification, you know, is he still going to go back? Yes, I am. I plan on going back for my master's. I'm either going to do it for conducting or, you know, for music education, because conducting is my passion as well as teaching is. And even though those two are basically, they're the same in a way. And so, yeah, I plan on going back for my master's. So you're probably wondering, like, what is he doing now? So right now, I moved. I wanted to live in Texas because I didn't really feel like Louisiana had anything to offer regarding jobs that could actually pay me, that could pay me well, you know. Again, at the time, I felt like I wasn't here for music. I went to school for music education. I wanted to teach, and because I wasn't able to teach, all because of some stupid virus, I had to figure something else out. So I got a job working for a large company, all right, for insurance. And for a little bit, I liked it. I mean, I'm saying that as if I'm not working anymore. I'm still there. But I it's okay for now. It's okay for now. I'm the kind of person, as long as I'm here to help and I'm willing to do whatever I want, my job pays me enough to allow me to have the freedom that I want and do as I please. I don't care. I'm gonna do it. So I've been working for this insurance company for about going on 2 years. Okay, so far I like it. For now, there are days where I think otherwise, and it's just like you gotta deal with it. So after a while, of course I moved here a month after my graduation. Went to go stay with my aunt. Stayed with her for a few weeks, or a few months actually. And once I finally got that taken, you know, once I was with her for a good while, it was like, okay, well, I need to get my own kind of place and everything. Because for a good while we were in the office, and then now they like changed us to where like we can work from home. And so it was like, oh, okay, cool. It's a bit different, but I still had the love for music, and I found a place here in Texas, of course. I'm in San Antonio at this time, where so I found a place that I love, all right, and it is, I'm a member of a community band, right? Like, yeah, he's still at it. Yes, I still play, I still perform. But with this group specifically, it is so great, all right? And the group is called the Heart of Texas Community Band, all right? And it's an awesome community of people. I have come across some of the most greatest human beings ever, and it is just full of just talent and knowledge and wisdom from you know, for current teachers, current music teachers, as well as old music teachers. I mean, the group is awesome. It's just phenomenal. The music that we play, it's not always easy, and I love that. And they always shoot for you know, harder things, and I love that. That's really great. Kind of gives me a little bit of the same feeling I got when I was in Wind Symphony when I was in college. So I was like, hey, why not? So I'm a part of that. And then for a little bit I'm also doing, there's a group called Fiesta Flutes, all right, which is a flute choir here in San Antonio. Very nice. I love it. Again, group of people is awesome. It's really nice. I love it. Taking a break from that a little bit, because I'm over here working. So for a good while, I think I was away from like the idea of education for a good while, for probably about a year. And I thought to myself, you know what? My teacher, she would always say, if you don't have your certification, you can still give lessons. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna start giving lessons. I know more than just flute. I can play those other instruments. I've touched them. I've played them before. Why not just do it? So I started giving lessons last May, and I've been at this place for about going on about, it's gonna be a year come May. It's gonna be a year, and I love it. I missed it. It's opened up many opportunities for me to go and be a part of the community, and to still share the love of music education to a lot of these kids, because I know that some schools don't have it around here. And so the lessons that I teach, of course, are on all instruments except for guitar. It's something I'm still working on trying to learn. And it has been very, very productive. Like I'm very at peace with it. The kids that I've met during the summer, they're very, very good. Some of the schools, there's a lot of schools here compared to like where I'm from in Louisiana. Like there's a lot of them. Some of them also are in like really weird areas that I just don't understand why. Right? I don't. I really don't. But it is what it is. So yeah, I got exposed to a lot of the music education culture around here and the people, and it was just so nice. Oh my gosh, that's so nice. And in the specific part of town that I live at, there's a specific mall, of course, that I can like walk right, because I live right next door to a mall. And I love the mall because I can go out there and everyone's speaking Spanish. Everyone is speaking Spanish. And I love it. I love it. It's a mixture. You get all kinds of different languages there, and I love it. Opportunistically, the greatest thing ever for me just to go and do that. But I'm an introvert, so most of the time, any kind of action regarding like talking with people and stuff like that, sometimes it's kind of hard to kind of like. And I say that because it is a contradiction, because I do have moments where it's like, yeah, I could talk. Yeah, let's have a discussion. And every time it's like, I don't really feel like discussing anything. I just want to just be left alone. But, you know, it changes from now and then. I'm learning to deal with that. However, musically, like, I feel like do I really miss, do I still miss like the idea of just being a teacher and still doing it? Yes, I do. I miss it even more now. By far, very, very, very much. At the meantime, right now, of course, I'm in the process of like getting ready to like moving in, and I have it in my heart to get like an alternative certification. However, I really feel like I would rather just do it when I go back for my master's to take care of it. Now I'm just trying to just think very smart before I do it, because I know that there's a cut regarding like the annual income that I know I need to like prepare myself for. So, and probably some of y'all probably be like, well, it's not a profession when you get paid a lot. I know, that's the reason why I'm thinking about it. If I love it so much, I need to really sit down and discuss it with us as in me, myself, and I, to make sure we're really okay and we really want, because giving lessons, I'm sure, of course, it's different than, being a full-time music teacher or band director at a high school or at a junior high. And I'm pretty sure it very much is. So also another thing. So with me being exposed to a lot of seasoned music educators, I've gotten opportunities to, this was great. I got to judge a district honor band or a regional band auditions. This was for clarinet, and it was so cool. So cool. I loved every bit of it. It was so awesome. I met more musicians, more educators in the area. And I just spoke to this one lady. She was telling me about the lote, lote, which for some of you who may not know, it's a very strenuous test for Spanish educators. People who want to teach Spanish in the schools in Texas, of course, they have to take that test. And learning more about that test, and I'm like, you know what? If I decide to do that, now I have a link. I know who I can contact to help me, study and prepare for it, because she said this test is something else, even for native speakers. And I'm like, so I'm like, we gonna wait a little while for that. And so, connecting with with more music educators, and it's just so awesome. I have the luxury, the opportunity, the honor of working with a middle school here in San Antonio, where I work with their flute students and their oboe students. And if she wants me to work with any of the other students, I just let her know, listen, whatever you need, I got you. I'm down for it. I'm here to help. And I love that too, because they're really good kids. And it puts me in my element, you know, like it really, really does. And I love that feeling. You're probably wondering, like, well, if you love it so much, well, why don't you? Listen, I'm not very quick to just jump, all right? I gotta think these things through, no matter how long it takes, all right? Because everything will be affected, all right? So yeah, so now I give lessons at the store, and I have some people that I give lessons to on the side that come to my apartment for lessons. What else? So yeah, you're probably wondering, like, you know, where has this guy been, y'all? It's been crazy. It really, really has. COVID really like put through a wrench in everything that I was trying to work on, trying to accomplish. Like it was really tough, and having to deal with my advisor at the time, and then on top of that, trying to listen to her and then try to execute the other things that needed to be done, like finding the testing centers that were completely shut down, finding the correct material, because I had a computer that sucked and I needed to get something that was more up to date, of course, so for me to actually take it whenever it even became available to take the test at home. Like it was ridiculous. It really was. And I had so many times where it just felt like I'm just not gonna be able to make it. Like I'm just not. It really felt like it was a really waste of time. It really did. You know, because I honestly felt like I was going through this. I was thinking through it strategically. And so I'll be more specific. So I had to do an amendment, all right? And according to what I was told was, like, you know, when you do an amendment, you only do it once, and after that you have to change your major, okay? But it didn't really make any sense because I was told something else. I was told, oh, hey, well, we will be allowing the students to, you know, to take those specific courses in the fall, and then we'll allow you to do it just so that you can work on that as well as take your tests and stuff like that, because everything is shut down until August, you know. And I'm sitting there thinking, like, okay, we could do that, you know. It gives me an opportunity to, you know, get in there. And it just didn't work out. It didn't. And they messaged me. They were like, okay, well, you may need to change your major. And it was like, really? Seriously? Like, I had no control of this, like none. And so they were like, oh, well, our records show that you knew about this since 2017. And I'm like, okay, you want to know what happened in 2017? Cool. My brother got shot. And then on top of that, he's still alive. He got shot. And then on top of that, I was struggling with this. They were like, oh, you're just making excuses or whatever. And I'm like, okay, this is fine. This is good. No, it's good. It's all right. It's cool. It's cool. Maybe God was telling me something. The universe was speaking. He was trying to tell me something. So, what do I have to say now? Well, I'm still involved with music, even though I didn't graduate with a music education degree. My degree is music. I have all the credits for a music degree, for music education, minus the going to the school and doing, you know, all that other extra stuff for the certification. But as far as for the degree, it's music. And I guess that I'm happy with that. I really am, because I learned everything regarding music, everything. And now that I still have the opportunity to teach, and I'm still able to be that mentor or be that teacher or be that person that can still inspire someone who's new to the craft, I love it. I do. I love it. Do I want more of it? Oh, yeah, I do. I do. I really do. And so, yeah, that's where I've been. Forgive me if I'm stuttering. It's been a long day. But yeah, I believe whenever I made that video, the video itself was a reminder to let everyone know, you know, what is it like to be a music education major? You know, what do you deal with on a day-to-day basis? And to some of you who are out there who are going to school for music education, please go back and watch that video. Please do. Let it be a reminder of everything, just so that you know why you're there and who you're there for. You're there for those kids. All right. Yes, you're gonna struggle with theory. Yes, you're gonna struggle with oral skills. Yes, you're gonna struggle with everything. All right. But it doesn't matter. Keep going. Okay? Keep going. Because you will make a difference. You're going to do great things. And the degree itself, like I believe I may have said in the other one, it's a 5-year degree. It is. If you're lucky, you get out in 4 years. Some stay for 6 or 7 because there's so much that you have to do. And not everyone actually hangs in there, you know, or not saying hang in there, but not everyone actually make it, okay? It just seems like they make it difficult for people to actually execute and do it. And it's not fair, it really isn't. However, you know, at the same time, who knows? They may be there to help you, and you know, or may be there to be against you. Either way, you know, but still go for it. Still go for it. I went through it. I didn't get the certification part, but I've been to all 4 classes of theory. I did all oral skills. I did all piano. I did all classes regarding 4 the instrument families: winds, strings, brass, and percussion. Passed them. Did all that. Oral skills, all 4 classes. Everything that was required of me, I did it. I did. And so I say all that to still say, continue to pursue it, continue to do it, strive in it, in all things. And don't give up. Don't give up. Don't. And if you're wondering, like, you know, what else is there for you in the music world? There's so much that I found that they don't really tell you. They really don't. There's, you know, if you decide that you finish your music degree and you don't want to teach, I did come across so many people who have music degrees and they taught for only like a year and they're like done. Okay? And that's fine. You're okay with that? Do that. Do that. But if you realize, like, you know, after you finish your degree that you don't want to do that, it's okay. It is. It's fine. Life is totally different. It is different, y'all. When you finish, minus the practicing, the hours you spend in the practice room, on the keyboard, in the books, like it's totally different. Your life begins to change completely, right? And those things that you saw that were important don't really become important anymore. And yeah, like it's totally different. So if you decide that after you finish your music degree, like you don't want to teach, you want to, you know, find another job, whether you don't like the pay or whether you don't feel like it's opportune time to actually do it. Because I know right now they're having issues with like teacher shortages in like in parts of the United States. I understand that. It's all that, you know, and that even still for me is like a question, right? And we still have this gun violence kind of thing or whatever. So it's you know, one thing after the other, right? And so, yeah, it's really up to you on what you want to do and what you want to pursue. And if you still want to do music, do it. Love it. Keep it. Cherish it, because it's a part of us. It's what we do. It is. It is. But as far as for like other means of income when it comes down to music, you are very good at writing music, you can compose. All right. There's that. Also, you're good at your instrument and you still have an itch to teach, find your local bands, local high school, junior high, and meet up with the band directors, talk with them, you know, get to know them, you know, find a way for you to be of service in that, so that you can actually, you know, help those students. Most of the time it's really easy, because if you live in the same vicinity as your old high school and your band director, your previous band director is cool with you, y'all cool like that, then sure, they wouldn't mind you helping out the beginners or the advanced students, you know, giving lessons and stuff like that. Those are other ways of income besides, you know, just the teaching route, right? Private lessons is a good one as well. I've been doing that for quite some time now. That's helpful. It also helps hone your skills. It really, really, really does. When it comes down to like working with different people of different ages. Like I give lessons to all ages, all ages. My oldest student is probably 60 something, and my youngest is like 6 or 5. And it's really good exposure. Really, really is. Makes so much sense with that, you know, that child psychology class. Yeah, that helped bunches. All right, so yeah, like there's many other opportunities. So don't really feel like, oh, well, I'm never going to be able to do music if it doesn't happen. No, I thought that, and when I got here, it was a lie. Complete total lie. I found so many opportunities for music. So many. People were just asking, can you do this? Can you do that? You know, I'm like this close. I could just end my job right now and just do that, but I don't want to do that, of course. I'm just, we got to keep together. We got to keep together. We have to do these things correctly and in order. Do these things right. So yeah, otherwise I would just risk it. Just be like, where you need to be at, where you need me to be at, what time. I don't charge much. So if y'all wondering like, oh, so he's giving lessons now, how much does he charge? So the lessons and the net lessons I give, at the store, they would like charge you like $130. I don't know why. But for me, of course, at $130 that they make some people charge, of course, is ridiculous. And part of it is a registration fee. I don't make the rules, as them. So for me, I charge for 15 minutes. No, for 30 minutes, I charge $15. And then for an hour, I charge $20. I've had so many people be like, oh, well, we could pay you more. And I'm like, no. You don't have to. No. I do that for a reason. I'm not trying to get rich. I'm not trying to do that. I love to teach. All right. That's me. I love to teach. And that's what I'm here to share my love for music and hone my skills as a teacher. That's what I'm here to do. All right. I am not here trying to break the bank. No. No, there's other things for that. No. So that's something else, private teaching thing. So, and yeah, and when you're also looking for like other jobs as well, don't just think that because you went to school for music that you're not going to find other jobs that are interested in you. The job that I have now, the reason why they picked me, my manager told me specifically, because you're a musician and because that shows dedication, hard work. All I can go in the. She told me she loves it. She's great. I love her. She's a great manager. Great environment. Very nice. But yeah, there's many companies out here that want you because you are a musician and because of the hard work and everything that you put into your degree and everything that it takes to be a musician, to be a professional musician, to be a music educator, right? And so, yeah, I come across a lot of people who went to school for music, and they come out and they're working for these multi-billion-dollar companies, and it's like, how come you didn't get, education? I'm like, they don't get paid enough. I'm like, okay, that's fair. That's fair. That's all good. I understand it. I do. I really do. It's all good. But you begin to meet more circles of people, and when they find out you're a musician, they're like, oh, what do you play? What do you do? And it becomes this whole entire like bubbly kind of thing You know, oh, that's so nice, I played this too, you know, and you really find more music people in that kind of thing. So music, just realize, for some of you who, you know, you finish your degree in music and you may not want to do it right away, you want to go do something else, it's okay. We're everywhere. Musicians are everywhere, all right? We're not just in one specific field, we're in all fields, right? And for some of you who are like, yes, why is he telling this? You don't have to worry about it, you can go somewhere else, it's all good. It's all fine. But for the people who are still staying here and listening, know that you have options, all right? Know that you can do anything that you want, right? And you're not stuck in one specific field. And I say this because I felt that way. I felt that because I went to school for music, that was the only thing that I was capable of doing. No, because at the time, no, actually, after that, at that time, it was after that, I got a job working at O'Reilly's. You're like, what? Yeah, I worked at O'Reilly's for 4 years. 4 years. I was a bilingual part specialist. And of course, I spoke Spanish. And the job itself was tough. All right, my manager was great. I don't think he liked me in the beginning. But the guy loved me. Whenever, by the time I got ready to leave, I developed a great relationship with him. I learned so much from that man. Really did. But in that specific field, in the automotive field, I learned a lot. I did. I learned so much. So much. And you're probably wondering, like, you know, what made him do that? They needed someone to speak Spanish. So I was like, hey, yo hablo inglés. No, yo hablo español. Like those people. People get on my nerves whenever they do that kind of stuff. They're like, yo hablo español. I'm like, no, yo hablo español. No. Tú tienes un acento. You need an accent. You need to say it differently. Different. So, or, you know, the American way. The American way. So, yeah. I worked for O'Reilly's for about 4 years at that time when I was still in music. That was towards the end of my music degree. Worked for them for a good bit, and, you know, I thought to myself, like, this is something else I could do. This is really something else I can do. It was something that was needed, and I realized, like, Spanish is a much needed language. It is the second. It is not second. I don't know the statistics. I just know that that it's a very important gift to have a second language or a second trade that you have that you can use when you can't use the one that you really love, right? And so during that time, I learned a lot, and it felt like, you know what, if I was to get tired of teaching, I could go and do that because I had the background in, because I know what it was and I know how to do it. Plus, I actually felt very valuable. I really did. They made me feel very valuable, which was, I really love that. That's what keeps me, the value, the encouragement. Because any other time I'd be like, I want to stop. I want to be done. I am tired. I am over it. But no. It was a very much well-needed experience. It gave me a harder shell to, like, deal with people and to learn more about how to deal with people. And yeah, so if you're that kind of person, you're wondering, like, hey, like, am I going to be stuck here because I won't be able to do music? I won't be able to be a teacher? No, you will not. You're not going to be stuck. You have other options. You can still be that teacher. You can be a private teacher, right? Everything that you do, you can execute, you can do with no problem. All you just have to have is a open mind, right? And even for me, that was even tough because for some I get along with people. Yes, I do. But sometimes, like I just said, it's a contradiction. Sometimes I don't. I don't want to people. I can people sometimes, but I don't want to people. And so yeah, there's many other things, many things that music has taught us that we can use in any field. Whether you're an electrician, whether you are a mechanic, whether you are medicine, right? Like the school I went to, and a lot of people that were nurses, a lot of them. And some of them were in band, and I just couldn't, but they were some stupid good musicians. They were just really good, you know, and they weren't going to school for music, they were going to school for medicine, right? And so those same things that they learned while they were in marching band or whenever they were in these ensembles, they still use those things whenever they were in the hospitals, whenever they were in the nursing homes, whenever they were, wherever they're basically cutting someone's brain open. You know, they're using those things, right? And so I say all that to say, because it seems like I'm beating a dead horse. I can't even talk. You have many options if you decide to not teach, you know, right off the bat. And don't feel bad about it. Don't. It's okay. I'm a living example. I am. I still have moments where it feels like I'm not, but I get pretty reminded quickly when I look at my email and it's like, hey, you got this amount of students this Saturday. It's like, oh, okay, cool, I'm doing this, yay, you know. And so, yeah, realize you have options and you can make the experience better than what it is. You can. You have the power to. And I know that sounds scary. I know that it feels like you have to like just make something, just make something happen. And I know it probably makes you feel, it may make you feel like, okay, well, I don't know who can show me. The best thing I can tell you, start with what you know. And that's music. We all know that music itself, of course, it'll guide you to wherever you need to be guided to. Find a group of people. Old musicians, young musicians, smart young musicians, because they got some dumb ones out there that just like to do stupid stuff. Smart ones, safe ones, because I'm the kind of person I like to be safe. I like to be safe and contained, excluded, safe, right? Start with what you know. And then you gradually, and see, start from one part, and then gradually, you'll begin to see the exposure. You become more exposed to those things that you thought you never knew that you'd be able to do. Never. Not once. Ever. So, yeah, like, you got this. And I'll say this again for anyone who is in music education at this time. Don't worry about looking at the next person. Don't worry about what they're doing, how come they're doing better than you. Brother, sister, what's for you is for you, what's for them is for them. It's time for you to get yours. They're getting theirs, it's time for you to get yours. We have no time. We have no time to worry about that other person. We need to focus on ourselves, get ourselves together, all right? So that we can be ready whenever it's time for us to be, whenever they call us. You get what I'm saying? I know it's hard with the theory. I know it's hard with the oral skills. I know you're trying to find that fifth or that third or whatever. I know you're having issues with piano. You can't move your fingers the way you want to. It's gonna be okay. And I say that because I've done it. Was it easy? No. No. But like I tell all of my students every time, you attack every problem piece by piece, bit by bit. You can't solve everything immediately. You have to approach it piece by piece. And the minute whenever we do that, things become bearable. I'm not gonna say they become easy. They don't, because in this life, things aren't easy. They're just not. Some things will, but not everything will be. So I like to always approach it like, what can we do to make this bearable for us to do it? Right? So if anyone has never told you this, I believe in you. Every moment that you cry and worry about you're not able to do it, with the dialogue in your mind telling you can't do anything, forget that. I believe you could do it. I know you could do it. All you have to do is just take it bit by bit, slowly. And then eventually, it's gonna come to you. So, yep. And if you need any more encouragement, hit me up. I'm on Facebook. I'm on TikTok. And yeah, I'm always down to encourage people and to, you know, like I said, I know what it feels like to be in music and to struggle with the you, right? I can't do this. I'm trying to do that. How come I can't do this? You know. So, if you need help trying to shut down that dialogue, hit me up. All right. Because that's what I love to do. I love to uplift people. I love to build people up. And that's what I always strive for. And that's what I always live to do. All right. AEA.